All right, so this next interview is one of those inspiring ones. So a husband and wife team who felt that children couldn't accurately represent themselves when it came to artistic expression. And so because the duo also felt that children were being limited, how to express themselves and who they are, so they created a stationery for the skin that you are in and named it Colour Me Kids. So Kylie Faurie is the co-founder of Colour Me Kids, and she joins me now. Kylie, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on SABC News.
Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. So I was reading up a little bit earlier on, Kylie, about how all of this started, and I hear it started with a complaint from you, is it, as a teacher, that kids basically couldn't adequately express themselves artistically, and you made a plan.
Absolutely. It's just, so I'm a great art teacher, and it did have a lot of things happen coming from in our household with complaints, starting with complaints from me. So I was experiencing quite a lot of frustrations within the classroom with creating a diverse, representative environment, being more intentional about the resources that I had in my classroom with regards to books, toys, posters, everything. Was it reflective of the children in the class? And the one thing that was sorely lacking was stationery. And this seems outrageous because stationery is something that children use absolutely every single day.
That's right.
It's so critical for their development and their self-expression. And it was just a case of every time a child comes to draw themselves in a standard pack of crayons, you have a light peach and a reddish brown, so you don't really have representation of realistic skin colors. So that's exactly where it started, from just a frustration of feeling that there weren't resources like that for early years.
So tell us now, because now there are 12 shades of these crayons, right?
Yes, 12 shades.
All right. So have you found, now that, kids are more happier when they see this and when they see this more accurate version of themselves, in particular when they're drawing and they're coloring, and have you seen that it actually teaches them something?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It just between kids even, it opens up conversations that should be had. It creates an awareness of other skin tones. I know sometimes it's a frustration for children where they can't even illustrate their own family because of the limitations within an ordinary pack of crayons.
Correct.
So definitely you see them drawing a little swatch, checking their hand against it, drawing another little swatch, checking their hand against it. So it's really creating, the whole idea behind it was to try and get all children to feel that there is representation for them. They can see themselves in what they're using, and it's a concrete product that actually is meaningful to them. So it really is just stationery for the skin you're in, being proud of who you are, but having something to show for that. So that's where we came in, and it definitely makes a difference in the classroom.
And the great thing about it, I understand that some of the proceeds go towards the education of the less fortunate. Talk to us a bit about that.
Well, the whole process, we wanted to ensure that we were adding value wherever we possibly could. And so this started off, and it continues to be a passion project. And something that was very, very important to me was that this wasn't just, it could be accessible for all children, and that we were giving back in some way. So 5% goes to Angel Care Centre in KZN, and that they have a small school along with a larger charity, but we donate 5% of our profits to them as and when the money comes in.
Super stuff. That's really great. I wish we had those crayons when I was still at the early stages of my education. I think it would have been certainly a great help. Thank you very much, and well done to both you and your husband, Kylie. Thanks indeed for your time on SABC News this evening. The founder of Colour Me Kids. Thanks for joining us this evening. Let's move on to other news now.